Hello and welcome. The reading today is for Scorpio for February 2023. Welcome to the table, Scorpio. Flowers are from my garden. I do hope you enjoy them. The crystals have been in their salt bath and they're all clean. The table's been cleansed with the gong and the cards too. Okay, I'm an intuitive reader. I have shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. I read in real time and I don't edit my videos. I use a 10-card spread with 5 cards along the top row and 5 cards along the bottom row. I talk about those cards as they come out. I overlay them with the second deck of cards and I talk about those cards as well. Towards the end I pull the reading together, but I do tend to highlight any cards that I think need to come to your attention, and I also like you to draw your own conclusions. That's why I let you see the table and why I hold up the cards. The cards speak not only to me, but they speak to you as well, Scorpio. So do draw your own conclusions. When you see the card, if something pops out at you, that is where you need to use your intuition and recognize that the card is actually speaking to you. I have got a third deck here. I try not to use the third deck if I can avoid it, but sometimes I need to pull out an extra card towards the end. Usually I don't go beyond 3 cards. I try to keep my readings around about 30 minutes if I can. I do hope you enjoy the reading and I hope you're travelling well through 2023. Okay, one more card. Not taking that, we haven't started the reading. Nor that one, haven't started the reading. Some of them are enthusiastic today. Okay, a little bit more shuffle and we'll start. Okay, Scorpio, let's start the reading. First card out along the top row. 9 of Wands. Ace of Swords. The Hierophant in reverse. Knight of Swords. And the Hermit in reverse. On the bottom row we've got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. The Chariot in the upright position. The 5 of Cups in the upright position, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse. On the bottom of the deck, I'll let you see first, and then I'll take a look. What have we got? Oh, Ace of Cups, how beautiful. That's a lovely energy. Overflowing happiness and joyful feelings, calmness, wonderful happy times. So that's a beautiful energy to have on the table, Scorpio. That's just wonderful. Okay, I'll start talking about these cards. So 9 of Wands. So if you've got a project going, or if you have at work and you have a long-term goal you need to reach, it looks like you're close to the end, but you're not quite there yet. You're becoming weary, you're a little bit fatigued, a little bit perhaps even bored and sick of the project, and you've only got a little bit of a way to go. It can make you feel sort of like there's nothing else on earth except this project. That's sort of, you know, you're sort of overwhelmed with kind of fatigue and even a little bit of boredom with the struggle to complete the project. That's what that can be. So we're not quite sure what that is at this stage. Okay, here we have got the Ace of Swords. This is the truth, knowledge, wisdom, and a clear breakthrough. So something that you've been questioning perhaps, this is the truth. Somehow the truth is coming towards you. This can be a legal breakthrough. If you've got a legal court case going, for example, this is the moment where that judgment is made and you've been informed of the outcome. So that is quite a powerful energy. It's coming from the cosmos. So, you know, this is clarity on all fronts, more so to speak. Okay. You've got the Hierophant here, so this is an authority, tradition, establishment. So this can be any number of things. It can be banks, it can be the law, it can be the government. This is sort of, and can be like a priest or an archbishop. It's an authority figure. It's somebody that that knows better and has control and command. It's in the reverse position, so not necessarily the best energy. Perhaps you're breaking away from tradition. Perhaps you've learnt something that has put you in a position where you don't respect the authority that's in front of you. I'll just put it in front of you, that you're dealing with. The authority that you're dealing with, perhaps you've lost respect for that authority. Perhaps after the truth you no longer feel the same about this energy here. Let's have a look. We've got the Knight of Swords. So this is the energy of the truth rushing in. But this person is in an extreme hurry. Are they being analytical enough? Are they being careful enough in reading the document thoroughly? Are they saying things in haste just to get out of a situation where they don't feel like explaining themselves more thoroughly? It is actually about the truth. But they're a bit hasty. I'm sorry, I actually don't remember whether that was in the upright or the reverse position. I'm going to put it in the upright position. I've got a feeling it was the other way around, but what I'm saying to you here, this person, this can be a bit flighty and a bit hasty. So it's warning. If it was in the reverse position, I'll talk about it if it was in the reverse position, because I honestly don't remember. If it was in the reverse position, it's asking you not to be hasty in your decisions, and to be careful in say if you're reading a document, to be careful how you're reading the document, and to be analytical. I'll put it back in the upright position, but if it was in the reverse position, and only you'll know that, and you can actually see, I will show you that on his, his horse's attire here, I don't know what that's called, you'll see little birds. The little birds are the messengers that come with messages from the spirit world and from your intuition, okay? So listen to those as well. There are birds on this depiction here, so it's paying heed to the small messages, not just the big messages. And also, if this energy is rushing in towards you, question it, even if it's in the upright position. I do think it was in the upright position, but question it, because sometimes people will say things, even if it's truthful, they may miss out on some of the details. They may be in such a hurry just to get on to the next thing, that they sometimes leave out bits of information. Here's the Hermit, and the Hermit is in the reverse position. So the Hermit is about going within and finding time to reflect and pause and think about where you're going on your journey. This Hermit in the upright position, as you can see, he has a star inside his lantern. He already knows the truth. He's been illuminated. He's attained illumination, and he knows where he's going. He's there to try and guide others on the path of truth and wisdom. And again, illumination is about the truth and finding the truth. And I always say, if you know the truth, you can make good choices about your life and the things in your life. This is a feeling, this is a card of, I call it the destitution card, feeling out in the cold. Perhaps you've lost some money. It's in the reverse position, so it seems to me like perhaps you've lost hope. You can see the anchor there in the window. Perhaps you're feeling that there's not much hope. Maybe you've lost hope and you're feeling a little bit down in the dumps. Maybe this project you're doing or something you've been undertaking has just worn you down to the point where you are struggling. Clearly these people are struggling. You can see that person there is leaning on their crutches. They're struggling. So something is a bit of a struggle, or actually making you feel like you've lost hope. Now, you've got the Ace of Swords here in the upright position, so the truth or some knowledge or wisdom or something you didn't know about is coming in fast, and it's coming in quickly because you've got the Chariot underneath, okay? Now, the Chariot can also be about decisions going either direction. But whatever it is, it's coming in quickly, and to me it looks like some sort of truth or wisdom or knowledge or a document, a declaration of some sort is coming in quickly. I don't like that Hierophant in reverse. I have to be quite honest about it. People in authority, they always say people in authority ought to know better. And you expect a higher standard from people in authority, and it's turned on its head. So to me that would indicate some disappointment or an authority that is not being bound by the principles that they're meant to uphold. This is the Five of Cups, so this is grief, despondency, disillusionment, usually a grief card. This is dwelling on some really unhappy situation, perhaps. Not able to look at the cups behind, the new opportunities. Sometimes you're so overcome with grief and so overcome with that feeling of isolation and loneliness that grief brings to you that you can no longer function. And this is almost what this card is saying. Somehow you need to take a little step forward. And it can be the tiniest little step. Because if you don't take a step forward, you'll stay in this really, really dark energy. There are other things, other towns, other places on the other side of that river. There's a bridge here. This grief can be totally overwhelming when it hits you. And it's just the dark night of the soul. It's that lonely, lonely place that we all have gone to. And if you've had some sort of betrayal here, this could be betrayal of somebody who's meant to be in a higher authority. Betrayal, they may have broken the trust. There could be abuse, there could be anything going on here. They have the keys and knowledge, the keys of wisdom and knowledge. Here they've got the robes. They're wearing the full robes of their position of authority. When a person in authority lets you down, it's more devastating, or abuses you, or takes advantage of a situation, or is only self-serving. They no longer deserve to wear that crown. They no longer deserve to wear their robes. They no longer deserve to sit on that throne. They no longer deserve to offer benedictions and postures of honesty and fidelity and loyalty and truth. And if your trust has been betrayed, then no wonder you're feeling grief and despondency. Okay, we've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Perhaps you were hoping for some sort of compensation. Perhaps you were hoping for some recompense of some sort. Compensation, recompense. Perhaps you were hoping for some money to come in towards you. And normally, even on the upright position, this Knight of Pentacles would be very slow energy coming in towards you. It's in the reverse position. So it's possible that it's not coming at all. Or it's been delayed even further. That is possible. It's been delayed even further. Here's the King of Swords. The King of Swords is in a powerful position to know the truth and speak the truth and uphold the truth. This is a lawyer or a legal personnel, somebody who knows, who has, has the intellect and knowledge to make wise decisions. And ordinarily, in the upright position, they would function at their highest level. It's in the reverse position. So this can indicate that Either somebody has not lived up to their robes, not given you the judgment that you deserved, not listened to you in the way that you deserved. You know, it's interesting that it's underneath the Hermit, somebody who already has enlightenment, and that's turned up on its head. This is somebody who already knows the truth and has the wisdom and knowledge to put exact measures in place, to arbitrate in a wise and worldly way. Both of those are upside down. So it's possible that you have been betrayed in some way. Again, I have this feeling of betrayal. The funny thing is that you've got this Ace of Cups, the happiness card. You've got, sadness here. You've got out in the cold, and yet you get overall energy is happiness. So let's see if we can clarify what's going on, because this is a little bit unusual. It's unusual to have such sort of despondent and dark energies on the table and then have that Ace of Cups. So let's keep going, Scorpio. I won't make too much of a dark energy out of all of this, because it's better to wait until all the cards are on the table. You do have the Ace of Swords, so at least you know the truth, or you make some sort of a breakthrough. I'd imagine that's okay. I'm going to take that as coming out. This is the Sun. This is a youthful, happy, joyous, successful, expanding energy. That's come out here. So under the Sun, this lovely energy coming in. Perhaps you finish your project. Perhaps that little pause there while you struggle to finish your project leaves you feeling totally happy and successful. Okay, let's hope so. It's a very joyous energy. It can be the birth of a child. So I won't go so far as to say it's the birth of a child at this stage. If it was the birth of a child, it looks like it may have been a difficult labour, but we're not. I've got nothing else to indicate a birth of a child at this stage, so that's just in passing. Let's clarify this Ace of Swords. Okay, got the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can be about arguments or disputes. It can also be about self-sabotage. It's in the reverse position. So perhaps you're sabotaging yourself somehow. Perhaps your expectations of yourself aren't high enough. You're probably far more capable than you think you are. The world, particularly your employers, often have a way of making you feel that you're not contributing enough. And that's natural from an employer's point of view. Employers always want as much as they can extract from any person. There is a sense of self-sabotage here. Or again, choosing not to listen to the truth, no matter how many times you've been told. That can be the case too. Let's have a look. Let's clarify this Hierophant. I really don't like that card. I just have a real... I think the word would be disrespect for people who have been placed in a position of authority and then abuse that power, or they don't live up to the expectations. Usually they take the glory and the money and the position. They're happy to take all of that, but I'm most disappointed when they don't do what they're supposed to do. So it's only my personal opinion. So when I see that Hierophant in reverse, it always bothers me a little bit. It's the ultimate betrayal, actually, when somebody accepts a position that's, that where people look up to them. It's the greatest form of betrayal as far as I'm concerned. Okay, Five of Cups. This is in the upright position. Very much, it's interesting that it's right above this one. So there's this deep grief. Deep separation, you've set yourself aside from everybody else. Cups have been spilled. You no longer care anymore about the cups behind you. You've just reached that point where it just feels like everything's too much. But you do need to take a tiny, tiny step. The only way forward from a place of real disappointment and real grief and hurt and betrayal is to take the tiniest little steps. Every day, if you take the tiniest little step, you will make some progress. If you need help, if you're in a spot that's so dark and so painful, go and get some professional help. The tarot is not the place for you if you're in deep pain. Okay, you do need to seek help. Let's have a look at this Knight of Swords. Okay, Two of Cups. Maybe you think you won't find love, but the Two of Cups is here. The potential to find love is here. The Two of Cups is all about two people in joyful adoration of each other. That's how I shall put that. They're in harmony and in love with one another. They're totally intertwined. Their hearts and souls are intertwined in mutual admiration of each other. That's a lovely energy. Beautiful. So you do have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. So it could be that your love life is going fine, but that you've had some other matter going on in the background that you're struggling to overcome. Let's have a look at the Hermit. Okay, Seven of Swords. Okay, betrayal, theft, treachery, lies, cheating, any one of those things. All the negative aspects of people's behaviour when they want to be, as I say, they either want to betray you or they want to take something from you. And people want to take things from you for all manner of reasons. Sometimes they don't just take physical things, they take parts of you, take part of your part. They try to take part of your soul sometimes. And because it's on the Hermit, it does feel that somebody has tried to take part of your soul. It can also mean that you can't carry the burden anymore and you've just decided to jettison some aspects of your life, that you can't carry all of it anymore. You walk away with part of it, but you leave some of it behind. Okay, only you will know how that applies to you, Scorpio. Let's have a look at this Five of Pentacles in reverse. Not a happy card in the upright position, but it's also not a happy card in the reverse position. So let's have a look at that. It does look like you've had some sort of struggles as you come into February. Oh my goodness. Struggles you have. Clearly, 10 of Wands. A big struggle, a heavy struggle. You've got the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Wands, sorry. But the 10 tells me it's coming to an end, or it has come to an end. Hopefully it's already come to an end. Okay, it does look like it's been difficult for you. If it hasn't already come to an end, it is coming to an end. Okay, soon this burden will no longer be on your back. Okay, because you do have the Sun card here. That's the happiest card in the deck. It's a beautiful card in the deck. You've got another beautiful card on the deck. You've got the Two of Cups, which is love. So you do have some beautiful energy on the deck, and you have the Ace of Cups. Let's have a look at this Chariot. So it does look like something is going to change quite fast, and that could be at the beginning of February, it could be the end of January, it could be even towards the end of February if my reading is sort of, the reading can shift either way because not everyone's born at the exact same time. Okay, let's have a look at this Chariot. No, it doesn't want to come out. These cards are very, very specific. They're very plain, but they're very plain speaking as well. Oh, Judgment. Okay, Judgment in the reverse. Okay, so Judgment is the call to you to review your life. What do you want to do with the rest of your life? What will you regret if you don't do it? How have you contributed to your current situation? What would you like to do to get out of it? How would you like to move forward? Only you can make the changes. That's the one thing I can tell you about life. And as I say, sometimes the changes are very, very small increments. If you can just take the littlest, tiniest step, it's kind of like being, when you're so overwhelmed, like here on the nine of wands, you reach a point where you can almost not function anymore. But you do need to function, and you do need to decide, I will do this today. I will do this today. And tomorrow you get up and you say, I will do this today. And that means by the end of the week, you've done a few things. You've achieved a few things. And then you'll start to feel better about yourself or your circumstances. Life can throw us down into a great big hole, but it's very important to try not to stay there. And as I said, if you need help, go and get some help. Nine of Swords in the reverse position. Letting go of your nightmares and your worries and your stresses and your anxiety. It's in the reverse position. So maybe you're unable to let go of them. But again, as I said, if these things, if the situation is giving you nightmares and anxiety and worries, there are people who can help you. There are medications that can help you. Get professional advice. This whole line is making me feel you need to get some professional advice, because sometimes the burdens of the betrayals and the broken promises and the disreputable behaviour is too overwhelming to carry by yourself. Okay, so if your anxieties and worries are getting too much for you, Scorpio, please seek some professional advice. Knight of Pentacles, the slow moving energy that bringing you some sort of monetary compensation or money that you've been owed. Looks like it's been delayed even further. Okay, the High Priestess. This is a call for you to find some sort of balance between your conscious and your subconscious mind, to go inside yourself, to go into a higher level, to go into a spiritual level. And the spiritual level can be anything. It can be like a church, it can be meditation, it can be yoga, it can be any number of things, it can be going out into nature. It's just asking you to find some sort of balance within yourself. So that everything doesn't seem dark, okay? Because, as you can see, she's wearing a crown. It's half light and half dark. Without one or the other, without that half, you've only got half a crown. Without that half, you've only got half a crown. We need both sides to be in balance. Otherwise, we don't feel whole. We don't feel complete. Let's have a look at the King of Swords. King of Swords. Okay, got the Chariot again. Okay, so this is the second time in your reading you've got the Chariot. Changes are coming. There's one thing about the Chariot. The Chariot brings changes. You could see he has a little star on his forehead and he's under the stars, under the cosmos. The cosmos never stays the same forever. Changes come. He's also, you can see the waters in the background. You can see that he's finding equilibrium. Can you see the waters rippling either sideways? Not going uphill, not going downhill. It's gradually finding balance. The waves will gradually turn into calm waters. You may not be in calm waters yet, but change is coming. I'm not going to clarify this reading. Oh, I will show you the bottom of the deck. Let's have a look. Show you first, and then I'll have a look. Oh, you've got the moon. Okay. The moon in reverse. So the moon is again talking about finding balance. That lobster there, or that lobster needs to make his way out of the water onto the land. He needs to find his way between the wolf and the dog. He needs to find his way between the two towers. He's called by the moon. The moon is all about things in the darkness. Now, if you've got depression, you're in the darkness. Somehow you need to bring some light into the situation to make sure that you find some balance. And this card is all about balance. Again, you've got the rippling water. You've got the sun and the moon shown on this one. Finding the balance between the dark side and the light side. Your shadow side and your positive side. And you can see the water again, got the rippling water. It's trying to tell you to find some balance. I'm not going to do much more on this reading. It's not, again, not one of the happiest readings, but it is, you do have some very positive energy. So don't lose hope. You've got the sun. You've got the truth and wisdom and knowledge. That in itself is wonderful. You've got the Ace of Cups. So it does look like things will change. And the Ace of Cups here in this reading doesn't seem to tie in with the reading very much. But it's there. So, and you've got change. You've got the Chariot twice. So things are going to change. So don't lose hope. Don't be discouraged. Like I said, if you if you're feeling in a very dark place, or totally overwhelmed with the burdens you've been carrying, then go and get some help. As I say, there'll be somebody who will be able to listen to you. You just need to find the right person. And there are medications that can help you through some dark times. And everybody goes through some dark times. There isn't anyone on this earth that doesn't have dark times. Otherwise, they're not living at all. Okay, but you do have the Chariot here at the end, so things will change pretty quickly, I think. So you may have another month, perhaps, of struggle, but things may change soon. So don't lose hope, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps. Bye-bye.